This is Calvin Castine. We're getting a camera set up here. Jeb fouls it off. 1-2 pitch is taken for strike 3, and Tom Jeb strikes out. This batter is Zach LaPointe. He's the Ticonderoga catcher. This is Calvin Castine, as I said earlier, and we are at Chip Cummings Field on the campus of SUNY Plattsburgh. It's spitting rain. We're set up to tape over on the other side, right about there, but this little bit of rain that's falling would have been coming right into our lens, and that wouldn't have worked. And if it rains any harder than this, we're going to have to find yet another location. Northern Adirondack and Ticonderoga, Section 7 Class C championship game. Jimmy Brunell on the pitching rubber for the Bobcats. 1 out here in the first. Looks like Skip Bassett calling the balls and strikes. Jim Barron's at humping at first base. The umpire at third is from the southern tier. We're not familiar with his name, so I can't pass that along to you. Sorry, Ticonderoga fans. We will be sending this down to Thai TV 17 for their enjoyment. Here's the highly respected Ticonderoga hurler, John Drymiller. He's pitching today for the Sentinels. Pitch from Brunell. It's hit through short. Throw to first, so we'll have to get used to our turns here. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Sentinels after 1/2 inning of play. It's Ticonderoga nothing, and the Bobcats coming to bat here on Hometown Cable. We didn't get a chance to give you the Bobcat defense. We'll give you that next half inning. For the Sentinels, John Drymiller is pitching. His battery mate is Zach LaPointe at first base. It's Andrew LaValle. Second baseman is Jesse May. Shortstop is Tom Jeb. At third base is John Breitenbach. The outfield from left to right, Devin Slattery, James Lenhart, and Drew Trombley. Donnie Laporte will lead things off for the Bobcats. A rematch of the Section 7 championship in basketball. Ticonderoga and NAC tie the winners of that one. First pitch is in there for a strike. Drymiller didn't pitch in the semis. The Sentinels were saving him for the finals. Strike 2 is Laporte. Tried to get out of the way, tried to hold up, but the bat went through. Now all of a sudden the rain hit the 1 o'clock for the Class B game. Deep in the hole. Laporte's got wheels. He's going to be safe. The shortstop Jeb knew he had to hurry his throw. Had to go deep in the hole. It's going to be an infield hit for Laporte. Now first baseman T.J. Brunell, the batter. The Class B game was at 1, and this game scheduled 3.5 hours later. I'm not sure why the big delay, but we could have had a lot of baseball done in the last hour if they'd scheduled it closer together before this rain came. A 7-inning game, 3.5 hours is just a little long. So he's got one out of the strike zone, saying, "Why did I do that?" Strike 3, Brunell goes down swinging. Now Jim Brunell will step in. Let's see if Laporte will try to steal. Let's see if Coach Peter Kowalowski will send him. It looks like Jamie Labarge, a former Bobcat coach, coaching at first base. Laporte goes, here's the throw, and he's going to be in safely. Stolen base. for Donnie Laporte. So with one out, the Cats have a man in scoring position. There's Drymiller's pitch. Could be trouble. Laporte's running. He's going to score. Laporte saw that was going to fall in. Kowalski sending him all the way. Well, an RBI single for Jim Brunell, and the Bobcats draw first blood. And they take this 1-0 lead. Now Jeremy Scott, the Bobcat catcher, steps in. Drymiller checks the runner, delivers. Strike one. Brunell's going. Hit and run was on. Where are we here? We're trying to protect our camera. It's lofted. And foul territory. 2 outs. That'll send Danny Myers to the plate. Runner going. Throw to second. He's going to be in. Steal for Brunell. Swing and a miss. Runner in scoring position for the Cats. One and 2 the count. Hit to second. Over to first for the out. Well, the Cats pick up a run after 1 inning. It's 1-0 Northern Adirondack over Ticonderoga. Section 7 Class C Championship Baseball will continue on Hometown Cable. We have relocated. We are in deep left field. And the first batter up in the second was Andrew LaValle. He grounded to short for an out. We just had a walk to Chris Besson. At least that's what I wrote down. Besson, Chris Besson. And he is on at first, or is first base here? There's first base. Every taping position is a little different. John Breitenbach, the third baseman, at the plate. And the pitch gets away, and we have a tying run at second base with 1 out. High fly ball to center field. Myers grabs. 2 outs, no advance. And the batter now is Jesse May. On the top of the second, they flipped a coin. Tie is the higher seed. They played 1 more game and had 1 more win than the Bobcats. So they flipped a coin for the home field advantage as far as getting the last at bat. Brunell checks the runner, delivers. Swing and a miss. This is far from being the ideal spot to tape this game, but hey, it's better than nothing. We are near the trees, right underneath the edge of the tall trees here, mostly pines, hemlocks. And who's got it? There we go. Fire to first in time. Looked like Brunell fielded that one. We aren't able to tell where the ball is going when it comes off the bat. We have to glance away, look at the fielders. The Sentinels strand a runner, and after an inning and a half, Northern Adirondack leads it 1-0. Swing and a miss. This is, let's see, Matt Lawrence. Alright, I have a ball hit. We've been trying to adjust our umbrella between pitches. Lawrence is on, and it brings up Kyle Brassard. Bunts it foul, strike one. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s. Pitch out, gets away. One and two the count. Throw to first. And he's back. Hit him. Brassard gets a free pass. They'll put runners at first and second. Now Travis Love will step in. Game being played on a Thursday. Foul ball. Not much wiggle room. Winner has to play on a Monday, so if they don't play today, they got only a couple days that they could replay it. But if it doesn't rain any harder than this game will be played to its conclusion. Field is in excellent shape. High. It gets away, both runners will move up. So it'll be second and third with nobody out. And the tie coach coming out to settle things down, make sure they're all on the same page. This early in the game, do you have them go to first? I think you do. You don't want to get too far behind, but you don't want to give up too many outs. So unless they got a sure thing at the plate, there's no force on. So anything on the infield, you go to first base, get the sure out. That'd be my guess. It's early in the game. Another run would hurt, but it's better than trying for a runner at the plate, not getting the out, and still not giving up the run. So if they're confident of the play at the plate, go for it. If not, get the shore out. Infield, though, is playing in at the corners. Foul ball out of play. High fly, no, line drive. Line drive is going to score one. Put runners at the corners. It's 2-0 Northern Adirondack. Nick Trombley at the plate now, top of the order on deck. Bobcats threatening to have a big inning here in the second. Nobody out, runners at the corners, one run in, strike one. Nope, I'll throw to second. Gets away in center field. And run number 3 crosses. Brassard races in. On the stolen base attempt, it's a successful steal. Ball went into center field. And it's 3-0 Bobcats. At the high school level, more often than not, the team will give up the stolen base rather than take a chance on scoring that run from third. That wasn't the case. Strike 2. Joy Miller delivers. Foul tipped. No, foul tipped and hung on to. Strike 3. Well, 1 down, and top of the order now, Donnie Laporte, the batter. Not sure what Jim Barron is saying. Obviously, I wouldn't know from here, but sometimes you can guess. I have no guesses on that. Ball 2. Three 0. Looks like they're having a party over at Leonard Welch's truck there. Leonard and Julie entertaining. These two same two schools will be going at it in the softball finals. Game scheduled to start an hour after this one started. Walk. Laporte is on. And TJ Brunell steps in. Three 0 Bobcats, 1 out. Runners at first and second. We're in the second inning. It's a rainy 26th day of May, 2005. Low. Swing and a miss. After one out of the strike zone, apparently lost track of the count. That's strike 3. So Brunell is out. And Jimmy Brunell steps in. Number 3 hitter in the lineup. Fouls it off. Strike 1. Base hit. Where's... I haven't got my angles down right yet. It's now 4 0. Laporte stopped at second. Not sure why he's at third. There are 2 outs. Jeremy Scott, the batter. Just don't have our angles down yet, where normally I know exactly where to zoom in for the plate, but I missed that play at the plate that time, and I apologize for that. Strike 1. Joy Miller delivers, gets away, and both runners advance. If Laporte had been at third, he could have scored on that one. Scott hits it to first, unassisted for LaValle. Yep. Barely beats Scott to the bag. So there's 3 runs across, 2 stranded. It's 4 0. We're going to the thirds. The Ticonderoga Sentinels trailing the Northern Adirondack Bobcats on hometown cable. Left fielder Devin Slattery will lead off the top of the third for the Sentinels. We're now getting a new ball. Strike 1. One and 1. Through the shortstop. Laporte up, fired to first, throws off the mark, and no tag. Laporte playing it deep. Nice play, but he threw way wide. Slippery ball, I'm sure, and it picks up some dirt, sand as it hits the infield. So you got all the little sand particles on there, a little wet ball. Trying to hurry your throw. So Slattery is on, and it brings up James Lenhart. Swings at the first offering. And Laporte calls, grabs it. Dave Pazik from the Press Republican. Looks like he's enjoying the weather. Well, it might be Dory, the coach here. Chris Dory, the Plattsburgh State coach. Part of his duties might be taking care of this field. He's got some diamond dry or something to throw on the pitching mound and probably around the batter's box. Diamond dust. At the plate should be Tom Jebb, number 7, leadoff hitter. Player to first, and then he's back. Not much of a let up in this rain. It let up a little bit, and then it just started to come down harder now. Not sure if the microphone's picking up the subtle sound of the raindrops hitting the umbrella. One out, one on. Strike 3. Jebb goes down swinging. And it gets us to Zach Lapointe, the catcher. Not sure where the next stop is for these guys. Whoever wins. It wasn't listed on the website. They got him. They got him. Scott fires to second and throws out 32 is probably Lenhart. I have 33 listed for Lenhart. But I probably wrote the number down wrong. Threw out Lenhart. Nothing across for the Sentinels. Going to the bottom of the third, it remains 4-0 Bobcats. I'm sure they're reliving a ball game over there. Danny Myers will lead off the Bobcat half of the third inning. Just barely avoids getting hit. Dwayne Miller's pitch. 1-1. Sound travels 1,100 feet per second. I don't know if it slows down in the rain, but it seems to take half a second to get here, and we're only about 400 feet away from the batter. It should make it a third of a second, but I've counted it, and it's definitely half a second. Myers strikes out, and Matt Lawrence steps in. As I started to say earlier, don't know where these teams will be next. We checked the state website, and they have nothing written down on the website. However, after the B game, the section site chairman Lee Yeager knew exactly where the B team was going next. So I'm sure the people who need to know, but it hasn't been put on the website. if you want to know where to look for that stuff. It's the letter I, small I, not capital I, and capital H high, capital HH, IGH, ihigh.com. So small letter I, capital H, and small letter IGH.com. And you should be able to find out the schedules in a particular sport for the regional play. It doesn't tell you the sectional play because each section handles their own games, but it does tell you what, normally will tell you what's happening after a team wins the sectional, or their next game would be and when. Strikeout, 2 down. Kyle Brassard, the batter. Ball 1. Section 7 Class C championship game, Ticonderoga and Northern Adirondack. In the dirt. Whole lot of umbrellas, raincoats, and people otherwise soaking up the rain. Ball 4. Puts a runner on for the Cats. Brassard goes to first, and Travis Love steps in for NAC. It's the first offering into left field, and it's first and second with 2 outs. So I'll bring up Nick Trombley, top of the order on deck. So even if Trombley makes an out, the Bobcats will have the advantage of having the top of their order up in the 4th. Strike. Fouled off. I believe it's a full count. Ball 4 loads the bases. And it brings up the speedy Bobcat leadoff hitter, Donnie Laporte. 2 outs, bags full here in the 3rd inning, high, ball 1. Ball 2. Strike. This is viewer-supported local television. If you Bobcat fans appreciate this coverage, appreciate us standing out here in the rain, keep in mind we are not paid to be here. Our only payment is when a viewer sends us a contribution. We have a few advertisers, but we need viewer support to stay on the air. Laporte flies out to left field. The Bobcats strand 3. It remains 4-0. We're heading for the 4th inning here on Hometown Cable. Viewer-supported local television. When we saw that we'd have the Bobcats playing softball and baseball, and Northeastern playing PHS in softball, we called Foxy Gagnon at North Country Cable just to see what games he was planning on covering, and he said, "We're doing softball." I said, "Okay, you do the softball and I'll do the baseball. That way we won't have dual coverage of one sport and no coverage of the other. So our hometown cable viewers on Channel 24 will see the softball games courtesy of North Country Cable and Foxy Gagnon. And of course, folks in Ty, Will Hutchinson often sends up games to us. Times this will be the Ty TV 17. We appreciate Will sending those. We're in the fourth inning. First pitch is hit to center field. Myers is back. He makes the catch. That leadoff hitter for the Sentinels was Zach LaPointe. LaPointe was at the plate when the stolen base attempt occurred. This is John Drymiller, the Ticonderoga pitcher. Looks at ball one. Yanks it foul. Sam Lajoie and Jamie Labarge assisting Bobcat coach Peter Kowalski today. In the dirt. Ball four, Drymiller walks. Well, it's one on and one out for big Andrew LaValle. Just missing. Ball two, and Drymiller will go to second. Nope, stays put. Ball three. Suddenly Brunel struggling to find a plate. Strike called. It's going to be extra bases. Should score Drymiller. LaValle will stop at second. And Drymiller stops at third, so nothing to cross yet for the Sentinels. Chris Besson, the batter now. There he is. He's over on the other side. So two ducks in the pond. One out. Brunel delivers. Ball one. Pick off. Over-corrected there. We could have got our normal spot, which is right about there, and we would have been, well, right about there, I should say. We know the moves from that location. Strike. Two and one to count. Scott, nice stop. Saved a run. So the count's now 3-1. Strike two. Payoff pitch from Brunel. Base hit. That'll score one, probably two. And again, the Sentinels just taking a base at a time here, so it's 4-1. But with runners at the corners, it brings the potential tying run to the plate, John Breitenbach. One out. Sentinels getting back in this one. Where is the throw? Is there a throw? No throw, I guess. Fake. Sacrifice gets the run in. Ball hit to the Left fielder Trombley got it in as quick as he could, but run scores from third. 2 down. And Jesse May, the batter now for the Sentinels. Brunel delivers for the second. Safe at second. So the runner in scoring position. Brunel knocks it down over to first for the out. Sentinels pick up 2. We're halfway through the game. Bobcats leading at 4-2. Section 7 Class C Championship Softball will continue on Hometown Cable. This is TJ Brunel leading off the Bobcat half of the 4th inning. Pitch from Drymiller, strike 1. Wasted 1 outside, 1 and 2. Strike 3, 1 down. I'll bring up Jimmy Brunel. Bunted foul. To center field. 2 down. Now catcher Jeremy Scott steps in. 2 outs and nobody on. Drymiller's pitch in there for a strike. Drymiller seems to be adapting to the weather and pitching better as the game goes on. So maybe he should be called Wet Miller instead of Dry Miller, huh? Pitch is good in the rain. Scott, base hit. And he will stop at second with a 2-out single. Bring up Dan Myers. You joined us late. This is not the view that we want, but with the rain, it's the only place we could tape here where we could get some kind of protection from the elements. Everybody worried about that ball coming over the top and beating them. Scott dives back in. One pitch. Scott may have twisted his knee. And rolling in. Hopefully it's not a break, but twisted knees can be bad enough. Important part of this Bobcat team. Looks like he's safe. The defense is staying on the field. He is safe, but he is in pain. So this could be a costly stolen base for the Bobcats. They lose their catcher, who also happens to be their cleanup hitter. Alright, Scott is up. He's trying to walk it off. Apparently nothing broken. Just twisted it a bit. So he's in scoring position. Myers at the plate. I believe it's a 1-2, not 2-1 count. Looked up. In foul territory. It's caught by the first sacker. It looked like the catcher had a bead on it. But LaValle grabs it. Scott is stranded after 4 full. It's 4-2. Bobcats leading the Sentinels here on hometown cable. Strike one to start the 5th inning. James Lenhart at the plate. Strike 2. Hit to, where are we here? Base hit. Base hit to right field. Is this angle or nothing? So we apologize for all our twists and turns here with the camera. Let's see. There's a bunt. Out at first. That was Tom Jebb. Sacrificing a runner over. Well, Zach LaPointe at the plate. 5th inning, the Sentinels. Oops, Scott definitely limping here, and it's a tough position to have a sore knee. Catching, you're using that knee all the time. Sentinels moving over the potential 3rd run to second base. Down by 2. Not sure I would sacrifice with the leadoff man when I'm down by 2. That's going to get the run in, though. It's going to pay off in that respect. Four 3 now. Oh yeah, this is Zach LaPointe. All right, the guy who sacrificed was James Lenhart, the number 9 hitter. Tom Jebb just singled. Scott definitely in distress out there with that knee. Zach LaPointe is at the plate now. We have 1 out, tying run at first here in the 5th. This is a game where we're battling the elements. It's painful just watching Scott chase the ball. Not in time at first. Oh, Welch goes to Lawrence. Get the lead runner. 2 outs. And where is he? There he is. John Drymiller, the batter. Team trailing 4-3. Tying run at first base here in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. I believe that's Doug Alexander warming up. I don't think he was given. I was given his name. I know I wasn't given his name. And I got the lineup. But the scorekeeper gave me the subs from memory, not by referring to the lineup card. So that looks like Alexander in the bullpen. Brunel delivers to Drymiller. Ball 4. First and second. Potential go-ahead run on for the Sentinels. And the big cleanup man who had such a nice game in the basketball finals is at the plate. Andrew LaValle. Just missing ball 1. There it is. Laporte grabs it on the pop-up. 4-3. We are going to the bottom of the 5th. Matt Lawrence will lead off the bottom half of the 5th for the Cats. We missed the pitch while we were waiting for our microphone. Strike 3. 1 down. I'll bring up Kyle Brassard. And if the Bobcats start making subs, we're going to be in trouble because we don't have the numbers for the subs. Check swing. Foul. Out of play. Little chin music. Foul ball. Strike 3. 2 down. Well, Travis Love, the batter. Ball 1. 4-3 the score. 1-1. Hit the third. Fire to first in time. 3 up, 3 down for the Cats. They're hanging on to that 4-3 lead. And we're going to the 6th inning. All right, at the plate, Chris Besson. Leading off the 6th. Five, 6, and 7 hitters up for the Sentinels. Sentinels want to get at least 2 guys on so they can bring up the top of the order in the 7th, if nothing else. Of course, if they can tie or take the lead in the meantime, they'd like that too. With the rain, this game has been a struggle to videotape. Hit the second, throw to first, not in time. Not in time. So Besson is on, and John Breitenbach, the third baseman, will step in. Sentinels have the potential tying run on board and the potential go-ahead run on the plate at the plate with nobody out. Potential tying run moves to second base. In the corner, foul. Foul ball. Fly ball. Base hit. And no advance. No advance. Myers able to keep that ball in front of him. And he kept Besson on second base. Now Jesse May, the batter. Coach Peter Kowalski out. Alexander's coming in to pitch. I believe that's Trombley coming out. Brunel will move to right field. The potential tying and go-ahead runs are on. And they belong to Brunel. Jesse May, the batter. Ball one just missing. Another one just missed. Two and one. Hit the batter. Well, May gets first. The bags are full. Nobody out. Devin Slattery will bat. Oops, where is he? There he is. Devin Slattery at the plate. He's number 32. We had him listed as 12. Strike one. One and one. Scott keeps it in front and limps after it. On the ground. Play's going to come to the plate. Safe. Throw was wide. Scott at the stretch. He's obviously not very mobile with that sore leg, but the throw was wide. And the tying run scores. Now James Lenhart, the batter. Still nobody out. Potential go-ahead run at third base. Again, that's a ball that with better knees, Scott might have been able to haul in. The pitch is high and wide. It's a wild pitch. And the go-ahead run crosses for the Sentinels. It's now 5-4 Ticonderoga. Runners at second and third. I want to thank Caleb Castine for taping the Rouse's Point Elementary Spring Concert. It allowed me to be here for the first game, Plattsburgh and Saranac. Foul ball. Base hit. Into the corner. Brunel over. Fires through to the plate. Didn't tag him. He didn't tag him. And that's another one that you would have to say, with better knees, more mobility, Scott would have had that tag on. He didn't tag him. Bobcat fans can't believe it, but from this angle, it sure looked like he missed him, and that's the call. A nice hit into the corner. Lenhart brings up Tom Jebb, and the Sentinels are having a big 6th inning. Scott is coming out. Peter Kowalski says, I just can't stand watch this kid play in pain anymore. So Scott is coming out. Donnie Laporte's going to catch. And Scott's going to go on the field. He'll stay in there, but just can't take all that squatting. That twisted knee. He's going to stay in the game. Laporte will catch. Strike 3. Must be that new catcher. Now Zach Lapointe. Ball 2. First base is open, runs at second and third. I guess there was nobody at third. We have a runner at third. 3-0 the count now. It's a green light. Not sure what Scott wants. He's back on the field. Get back to the pitcher. Alexander comes to the plate, and he's out. 2 down. Now it's the 8th batter of the inning, John Drymiller. He's going to stiffen up here after a long layoff between pitching stints. Four runs in. You're in the 6th. 7-4 tie. Now, I'm not saying it's a 7-4 tie. The score is 7-4 in favor of Ticonderoga. Hit to center field, base hit. The first and second. The two softball teams from these schools are playing each other in a game that started about an hour ago for the girls Class C title. That game might be over before this inning is over. He caught it. He caught it. Always a tumble after the catch. So 7-4. Sentinels lead. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. We'll see if the long layoff will have affected Drymiller. Here's Doug Alexander. Strike one. Top of the order will follow Alexander. Bobcats have not scored since the 2nd inning. Two and two. Three-two. Just missing. Low, ball 4. Alexander draws a base on balls. Now Donnie Laporte, the batter. First pitch to him is low and inside. Ball 1. Jack Drymiller. Strike. Another tight one. If Laporte gets on, he'll bring the potential tying run to the plate with nobody out. Foul ball. Base hit for Laporte. Brings up T.J. Brunell. Potential tying run at the plate in the 7-4 ball game. Foul ball. This truck pulled up to watch the game and parked right between the field and Leonard Welch's truck. Got a crowd of people standing there. All of a sudden, they got a very big truck in their way. Like what? I don't know what the count is. We won't even speculate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down. Well, Jim Brunell. He represents a potential tying run. Foul ball. Remind our Bobcat fans they're watching viewer-supported local television. If you appreciate us staying out here in this terrible weather, we'd appreciate your support. 2 outs. Now Jeremy Scott, the batter. Almost a great catch in center field. We were zoomed in too much to see it, unfortunately, but almost a great diving catch there by the center fielder Lenhart. Scott comes through, the base hit, sends Laporte to second, scores a run. 7-5. Now Dan Myers the batter. Gonna have a runner for Scott. Don't have the Bobcat number, so I can't tell you who it is, but we'll tell you who the subs given to us were. Stuart Nichols, Scott Matthews, Dylan Lajoie, Trevor Blondo, John Hicks, and Ryan Dowd. Foul ball. Potential tying run on it first. Hit him. Myers got up. Thought he'd call it a foul ball. He says, don't call that a foul ball. I'm in too much pain. After he looked at the ump, he started wincing again. That hit him on the hand, and that hurts. That hurts. He was really suffering right on the wrist. If he's watching this, he's probably still saying ouch. Seven, 5 the score. Laporte at third. Whoever number 21 is in there running for Scott. He represents a potential tying run. Myers represents a potential go-ahead run. 2 down, and Matt Lawrence the batter. We're in the bottom half of the 6th. 7 Class C title at stake. Pitch from Dry Miller is low. Ball 2. No place to put him. A walk. Drives in a run. Ball 3. Ball 4. Lawrence walks. Give him a run batted in as Laporte scores to make it 7-6. Now Kyle Brassard, the batter, with the potential tying run 90 feet away and 2 outs. Jack Drymiller winds and delivers. Timeout. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Drymiller stays in. We missed the pitch because we were busy chasing some papers around. Strike 3. 7-6, we're going to the 7th. The Bobcats leave the bags full in the 6th. All right, this should be Andrew LaValle at the plate. That's not Andrew LaValle. That is Chris Breidenbach. Chris Benson, excuse me, Chris Besson. We're in the 7th inning. I'm not sure if I missed the batter here. I had papers flying around in the rain. Bobble at second. E4. Well, John Breitenbach. 7-6, Ticonderoga leads. Section 7 title at stake. I'm glad these are not typical taping conditions. Got him at second. Brings up Jesse May. Fouled. Souvenir for a lucky fan. It's approaching 7 o'clock. This game is 2.5 hours old. They're approaching 2.5 hours old. It's a long 7-inning game. Fair ball, fire to first. Safe at first. Ball goes down the line. Runners at second and third, and Devin Slattery the batter. Fly ball to center field. It's going to score a run. Eight six. 2 outs and James Lenhart stepping in. Out of play. On the ground. Short. Not in time at first. We have Tom Jebb, the batter. Going to be in for extra bases. Jebb in at second, and a couple more score for the Sentinels. Sentinels can taste victory. Runner at second, Zach LaPointe at the plate. Hit to Scott. Safe at third. Jeremy Scott saying, "What have I done to deserve this?" He's got that bad knee and he just can't pivot off it. Can't charge the ball. And let's see, Brunell may have been hurt at first base. So, Coach Kowalski over there to look at first baseman TJ Brunell. Brunel's going to stay in. Going to have a runner at third. Number 6 is Landon Eustace. Jack Drymiller at the plate. Way outside. To left field. Jimmy Brunel grabs it. Bobcats are finally out of the inning. Going to the bottom of the 7th with Ty holding a commanding lead over the Bobcats. Drymiller will try to finish it. Best guess is 11-4 Ticonderoga. I'm not sure who the batter is. I lost track of the Bobcat batters. I thought I saw. Where are we here? I thought I saw Laporte on deck. No. Okay, now Alexander's coming on deck, so I do know where I am. It's Travis Love. When Laporte came on deck, it confused me, because I knew this wasn't Alexander. Ball 4, so Love gets a base on balls. Doug Alexander steps in. 11-4 is my best guess. Ticonderoga leading by 7. Section 7 Class C championship game on a cool, windy, but not too windy now. It was windy earlier in the first game. It's cool and wet though. Rained through the entire ball game. Now that I've said it's not too windy, the wind is starting to pick up. But I do have the trees protecting me a little bit where I am. That's why I am where I am.
Walk this way, Carl.
Strike 3. Alexander goes down swinging. It'll bring up Donnie Laporte. Winner advances to the next round, play the regionals. Loser is done, but you're going to end your season. It's almost nice to make it to the last game of the sectionals. Strike 1.
Dad, where do you see the dog you do?
Base hit for Laporte. Or is it first and second? 1 out. The pinch hitter. This is Dylan Lajoie, I believe. Lajoie up for the Bobcats. Oh, hit him. So he had a short at bat. In fact, it won't be an at bat. It'll just be a plate appearance. What? I'm not going to give him a hit. Look where it hit me. Pete Kowalski and Skip Bassett saying, calm down. Skip Bassett says foul ball. Wow. Wow. Dylan Lajoie says, why am I in such pain if that's a foul ball? Pete Kowalski livid. Not happy with Skip Bassett at all. I don't think Sam Lajoie is either. Look at the bruise. Lajoie being treated for his foul ball. Wait a minute, we have a different batter here. This is Brunell. Guess they put Lajoie on it first. Double play to end it. Double play to end it. What they probably did was brought back Brunell to bat. And the double play ends the game. Ticonderoga, the victors, they defeat the Northern Adirondack Bobcats, and that's the way it was on this 26th day of May 2005, a cold, wet day in the North Country. Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting viewer-supported local television, hometown cable, win, lose, or draw, TV worth your support. Our congratulations to the Sentinels on their victory.